And then let's start. So I'm going to have you introduce yourself. So name, age, where you live, and what you do.
Hi, I'm Kayla Carolus. I'm 23 years old. I live in Nashville, Tennessee, and I'm a performer.
Awesome. Tell me what you do for work and just a little bit about you.
So mainly I just do things as far as like background acting in movies, dancing in music videos, and any kind of background work that I can do behind the scenes for movies and music videos. And I just got off Disney Cruise Line, so that's exciting.
Yeah, tell me what you were doing on Disney.
So I did entertainment on Disney Cruise Line. I was a dancer on the main stage, and I was some very good friends with the characters.
Awesome. So fun. So you had a great trip. I'm so jealous when you told me you were going. All right. So let's talk about who you are in the family. So, just give it back to me. Out of my family, I'm the middle child or I'm the oldest. And then tell me about you guys and your dynamic and all of that.
So I'm the middle child. Okay, let's start over. So I'm the middle child in my family. I have two older half brothers and a younger sister and a younger brother. We're all very close, but I moved away when I was 18, so I'm like the dream chaser. I got it from my mom. I just kind of believe that just do what makes you happy, and I don't really want to settle into a normal job. Both my brothers work hard construction jobs, just like my dad, and my sister, I think, is going into nursing, so I'm just kind of like the you never know where I'll be tomorrow type person. But yeah, my family's really close. We actually found out, do you guys know about Philip? Okay, so he's not in the whole thing.
Wait, no, that's your stepbrother, right?
Yeah, Philip.
Yes. Okay, yes, I do. Sorry, I thought you meant like something happened.
Oh, no. No. So we found out about Philip when we were, him and I were both 12 years old, and he just fit right into the family, probably because he's most like my dad. My mom and dad are the best team that I know. I could not think of one thing that they couldn't do, especially together. My dad's like the hands-on person. He can fix anything. And my mom's the mental person, so she can think of anything, and she's a good writer. She's a good puzzle put together, if that makes sense. So yeah, I think that our team would be perfect for this show.
So really quick, I want you to tell me again how long. Explain it's because it's your stepdad.
No, my parents are both my younger sister, my younger brother parents. So I'm like the oldest of those two. That makes sense. So it's my two older brothers are my half brothers. If that makes sense.
Okay, so not step.
Yeah, half. Yeah.
Half. Got it. Okay. All right. Wait, I'm trying to figure this out. So, do you guys share the same mom or dad?
Dad.
Got it. Okay. And you found out about him. I see. So explain that to me really quick one more time, but kind of in layman's terms.
Did they not tell you that?
No.
Oh.
They said I have stepson, but we didn't get too much into it because your family, there were so many people I couldn't really hear.
Yeah.
So talking was a little difficult. But yeah, so tell me that really quick.
So we found out about Philip when Philip and I were both 12 years old. And he's my half brother. It's kind of a weird long situation that I don't even know if I should be telling actually. But yeah, he fits right into the family. He's a goofball, and he makes everybody feel like they're a child again, just laughing and cracking jokes and stuff. So he's pretty awesome.
Awesome. Okay. So tell me a little bit more about your family. Tell me about how would you describe them? Are they wild? Are they crazy? Tell me about the whole bull riding thing, all of that.
Yes, my family is very crazy. Everybody says their family's crazy, but they have not ever met mine. My friends, Aaron and Ethan and Philip and my dad, they always get these crazy ideas to make things out of nothing. So they'll take a barrel and some ropes, tie them to some trees, and make a bowl. So they'll pull in all the ropes and fling people off. One time they put a seat on an axle of a car that spins, and people sit in the seat in their seatbelt and wear a football helmet, and it'll spin like crazy until they can't even stand it anymore. So they just make random things to do. I guess we live in a small town, so you have to make something out of nothing to have fun.
Perfect. Now, I want to talk about you and Bethany. Tell me about your dynamic. Have you guys always been close? Just what's your relationship?
Bethany and I have not been close our whole life. We've been close. We love each other, but when we were younger, we'd always argue over clothes. We have kind of different personalities. We have the same sense of humor, but our personalities are pretty different. But now we're really close. We're the best of friends. And same with my mom. Like we consider her like one of our best friends as well. But the problem is, like, I live so far away, so I hardly ever get to see him, and we try to keep in touch, but, everybody has a busy life, so it's kind of sad. Now that we're so close, we live so far away.
So you guys got closer. Cool.
Yeah.
So, and, hold on, I'm reading my notes that I wrote. So, how would you describe Kayla? So get back to, Bethany. Sorry, I would describe Bethany as...
I would describe Bethany as very funny. She comes off with things that people would never expect, and just to make them laugh. She does have a little bit of an attitude problem, I would say. Like, I don't know, it's not an anger issue, but, like, if she gets mad, like, she'll do crazy things and just, like, go off over little tiny things. I don't know if she lets things build up or what, and she's a little more she's a little more reserved than I am as well. She doesn't really let out her feelings as much as I do, or let people see them anyway. Also, she's been in a relationship for like 3 years, and he's like her whole life, so that's something that's kind of kept her a little bit separated from us.
I was about to say, do you think this opportunity going in the wild would be good for her to get away?
I think this opportunity going in the wild would be amazing for her to get away from her boyfriend, find herself, remember who she is.
I'm going to really quick, Kayla, sorry. I'm going to have you say that again, but just mention, instead of her, replace that with Bethany. Okay. So I think going in the wild.
Okay. I think going in the wild would really help Bethany find herself, get away from her boyfriend, and remember who she is. She doesn't need him, and even though they're great together and we all love Matt, but she doesn't need him, and she's not attached. She can fend for herself.
Perfect. All right. And then how do you think your family described you? Is it true that you're this big flirt? Your mom and Bethany were both like, she's this huge flirt. That's how she gets what she wants. Is that true?
Yes, I am a huge flirt. I just like having fun and talking to boys, and sometimes if I need my car fixed, I'll just mention, like, man, my car, like, my brakes are out, like, I wish someone could help me, and they'll be like, oh, I can do that, and I'm like, really? Oh, that'd be so nice. Like, oh, I didn't even think of that. You could do it.
So how are you going to survive without being able to flirt with anybody on this in the wild?
Well, are you considering Aaron and Ethan like family?
They're not family, right?
No. Well, Aaron and Ethan, they've been a part of my life my whole life, pretty much. We went to high school together. Aaron is probably even more of a big flirt than I am, even though he has a girlfriend. He just tells my mom that he's going to marry me right in front of her. Like, I don't know why she's still with him. And Ethan was my prom date and our senior year, so I don't know. I guess I kind of flirt with both of them. It's a natural thing. I don't mean to do it. It's not like I'm, like, trying to flirt with everybody, but it just happens.
Oh, I love it. Okay, let's talk about a little bit of your skills. What kind of things do you have that you think you're going to be able to bring to the wild?
Well, my dad always did say that I was his best helper ever, so I'm very good with following directions of my dad, because he's definitely going to be the leader. So even though it might seem that, like, I don't like to get my hands dirty because I like get my nails done and stuff like that, but I'm not afraid to get my nails dirty. I'm a perfectionist. Like, when I would mow the lawn when I was younger, I couldn't even leave like one single blade of grass. So, like, I have to get it done right, so I think that will help. Maybe I can dictate what the boys do and be like, oh, that's not perfect, you need to fix that spot. And also, I think a big thing would be just staying positive. I'm a very positive person, look on the bright side, and I'm sure things can get hard, and if we're in the wild and we don't know what to do next, or if we're like hungry or whatever, just staying positive and keeping everybody happy.
Awesome. And then tell me, like, Just a little bit, like my family owns a campground. We've always been, an outdoors family. Tell me if you guys grew up hunting, fishing, all of that.
My family does own a campground, so we've always been super outdoorsy, building fires. Our kind of fun is outside, having a fire, roasting marshmallows, swimming in the lake or river. So yeah, and my dad has taken us hunting and fishing, so we're very good at wildlife if we ever get a little hungry. So yeah, and they're also very creative, like I said, as far as making fun, making. I'm sure we can make food on the fire as well if that's necessary. So I think we're very good at our survival skills in the wild.
Awesome. And then let's see, just a couple things I want to know. Who do you think's going to butt heads? So who's going to get in the most arguments? Who has the most drama?
Aaron and Ethan already butt heads, and they hardly even ever see each other. So I think they're definitely going to be two that are always kind of getting in arguments. Who's right? Whose idea is the best? Also, my mom and I actually kind of butt heads sometimes. She always thinks that she knows the exact right thing to do, and usually she does, but she just never lets my input be, an idea. So I think my mom and I might be two that would butt heads as well.
All right. Okay, and now let's talk about any, I don't know, not, like I said, it doesn't have to be a big issue, but any family things, any, communication issues, any, anything that you're yeah, we could definitely work on this.
One thing that's really big in my family that I've noticed actually never before these last couple years is my mom and dad. I'm not worried about them breaking up or anything, but they're struggling as far as, I think, with us getting out of the house. They're oh, what do we do now? My dad works literally all the time. He's a workaholic. He's always in the garage. My mom thinks oh, you don't want to spend time with me, but no, he seriously, I think, is addicted to working because that's what he's done his whole life. So I think it could really help their relationship, realizing that they do need each other and they're the perfect team. And also just our whole family bringing us all together. Like I said, my sister's had a boyfriend for 3 years, so she's been kind of, distant, just see her here and there. Same with me. I've lived in Nashville for 6 years now, so I haven't really been home except a couple times here and there. So just to really bring us together and work on any kind of little issues or bonding that we need to do.
Awesome. All right, so I'm going to have you kind of say that a little bit again, but a little bit different. I want to hear, I nominate my family for this because, and I want you to say a couple things. One, that you're we could use this. I think, my dad works a little too much, and I'm not worried about my mom and dad, but play it up a little bit. I think it's better anyway.
Uh-huh.
And, and then mention Bethany and all of that.
I nominate my family to do this show because my dad works a little too much. He is a workaholic, and sometimes he just doesn't spend enough time with the family. I'm not worried about my parents breaking up, but I know sometimes my mom gets frustrated and thinks about she gets maybe lonely in the house. So just bringing them closer together and realizing that they do need each other. My sister's been in a relationship for 3 years, so I know that she has been a little distant, and I know she could use a lot of bonding with her family and remembering we're important too. And as far as me as well, I've been away for 6 years and in Nashville, and I'm only home here and there for a week at a time or a couple days at a time. So just bringing us all back together and working on our bonding.
Perfect. All right, and then really quick, this is the cheesy part. I want you to look into the camera and with a lot of energy go, "Hi, we're the Carolus family."
Hi, we're the Carolus family.
Perfect. Okay, really quick, name, age, where you live, and what you do, and then you can stop recording.
Hi, I'm Kayla Carolus. I'm 23. I'm from Nashville, Tennessee, and I'm a performer.
Great.